What's poppin', everybody? It's Ono Kage, otherwise known as the King. And what I have for you today is another exciting part 2. What if the Uzumaki clan survived? And this is part 3, the Bloody Mist. So that gives you a good idea for where this story is going today. And also, I did want to say this. I did have a big debate going on in my head about, do I want to show Karin's team development alongside Naruto's team development? But I decided on this chapter just to focus on Naruto's team and have a chapter 3.5 come in somewhere about Karin's team development during their mission, so that you understand what they did, their team's personality and their development, as well as how they grew and new powers they got. On this chapter, I'm focusing solely on Itachi, Naruto, Karin, and Sasuke's development and new powers and stuff, and how they're getting stronger as a team. So this chapter does change a lot from the original story, simply because, Nozumi is there, Naruto's not the same Naruto, and Sasuke is not the same Sasuke, and Itachi's their team leader. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Play it!
I'm about to go call me a brick, crushing your whole little shit. Whoa. Mars so cold, I pull up on cop with the blow. Now I'm like, whoa. She a brick on the low, now she want suck on my toes. And I'm like, whoa. You a bummy asshole, now you want sit on my toe. Nope. Bitch, I'm the king on the heart so cold. Pull up on a nigga with a 9 coat. Spray air, pray that the picture go. Kill me a nigga with a Bible poem. She say stop, don't go no more. Well, she my queen, can't treat her wrong. We don't fuck on, we just run on like my dog, bro. We don't slow up. Rundy, now she wanna fuck me, now she wanna hold me down like a Duffy. I can see her, my shotgun gun don't let me run. I'm a demon, I'm a beast, no I can't stop, I'll spin. Whoa, hey, bitch, I'm the king of this shit.
Okay, so we start with Naruto, Sasuke, Tazuna, and Nozumi, excited at the village gate waiting for Itachi to join. So Nozumi smiles. Hey, we got these special eyes. So, first one to find them wins. All three kids smile, loving competition. Naruto stands in front of Tazuna, while Sasuke and Nozumi jump in the air and landing on each side of the village gate in an ambu formation that Itachi taught them while training. They activate their dojutsu, Sasuke and Nozumi their Sharingan, with ease, and Naruto taking a deep breath to relax his mind. His Fumingan activates, but for some reason, he can't explain. He really struggles with the calm soul aspect of the Fumingan. He blames the fox, but he doesn't focus on this, instead looking for Itachi, using his Fumingan's first ability, the Mind's Eye of Kaguya, to search for his chakra signature. Naruto then thinks he can see Itachi, but he's being followed. As he's hopping around the village, gradually getting closer to the village gate, Naruto points in the direction, and the other two focus their vision. As they get closer, Sasuke notices who it is following Itachi, and he rolls his eyes, deactivating his Sharingan. Nozumi gets excited seeing who it is, and Naruto gets anxious, so he turns his back and stares at the village gate. Tazuna notices, thinking that this behavior is a lot like his grandson's. He doesn't say anything, instead choosing to take a drink from his sake bottle. As Itachi arrives, behind him is a girl in a purple turtleneck and long brunette hair, holding a picnic basket. Nozumi jumps down to greet the two. Izumi, what are you doing here? She laughs, saying she wanted to see them off on their first mission, and she also brought food for their trip. Sasuke scoffs as he jumps down. That's a load of crap and you know it. The only reason you're here is for my brother. She blushes and Itachi just smiles, as he remarks that his students are early and he's happy at their excitement for their first mission. Nozumi wasn't paying attention. She was more focused on Sasuke and Izumi arguing. Then she noticed Naruto, and she walks over to him. Izumi pouts, but then she quickly lets out a smile, saying, Fine, Sasuke. I'll admit you're not wrong. However, I specifically made these meals for each of you, because you, Nozumi, and Naruto are special to me. Sasuke is about to yell back, but Izumi kisses her index and middle finger, and gently presses them to Sasuke's forehead, making him pause for a second. As she speaks with a smile, looking Sasuke straight in the eyes. And I mean it. When I said I came here to see all of you, you're all special to me. Sasuke says, Fine, as he turns around to see Naruto staring at the wall. And Nozumi and he knows what's going on. They begin to walk towards Naruto, but Uzumi was the first one to rush over there giving Naruto a hug as he still stares at the wall. Naruto, you gotta stop blaming yourself, she says. And in a shaky voice on the verge of tears, Naruto says back, I know, it's just hard to look at people who I know the fox hurt. Nozumi joins in the hug saying, that's the fox, not you, Naruto. Naruto looks up and he sees Sasuke's back as he says, are you done feeling sorry for yourself? Itachi smiles and Izumi pouts at him. She says what Sasuke means is, are you feeling better, Naruto? He wipes the tears from his eyes, not showing anyone. And Itachi nods. He then activates his Sharingan. He keeps them active the whole time when he's on any mission. They begin to leave. Izumi yells for them to come back safe, and Naruto turns around with a big smile on his face. Don't worry. We'll come back without a scratch. After they walk a few miles, Izumi hears Sasuke's voice behind her. Thank you for caring about Naruto. He then disappears in a cloud of smoke. It was a shadow clone. As Team 7 continue on their mission, Naruto and Sasuke notice a puddle on the ground. Naruto, not wanting to take any chances, activates his Fumingan. Seeing two chakra signatures form inside the puddle, Naruto then bumps Sasuke and Nozumi on their side to tell them to stay alert. They see his eyes are active, so they activate their Sharingan as well. Itachi is proud that they noticed so quickly. They begin to walk and Itachi is pelted with shuriken, but he easily deflects them all. At that moment, Sasuke yells out, Lightning Storm formation. At that second, Demon Brother surrounds Sasuke as he yells, Lightning Release, Coil, causing a weak static charge of electricity to surround his body. But it's enough to stun the two momentarily, giving Nozumi and Naruto enough time to cast their jutsu. Naruto, a water style jutsu, and Nozumi, a wind style jutsu. Naruto yells, Water style, storm upheaval, causing water to crash down on the brothers, increasing Sasuke's lightning style's power. And Nozumi yells, Wind style, callous wind, creating a windstorm barrier that surrounds her, that catches Naruto's water jutsu, creating a cyclone that increases Naruto's jutsu's pressure and further increasing Sasuke's lightning style jutsu. The brothers cannot withstand this pressure, being knocked unconscious from the pain of being electrocuted and suffocated by the wind and water. The kids drop their attack, and Itachi ties up the two brothers so that they can't attack anymore. Tazuna watches, dumbfounded. He can't comprehend that these are just kids. They're so strong, but they're kids. But at least now he truly feels safe. They take a break while waiting for their assailants to wake up so that they may question them. They eat Izumi's meal. As they open up each bento, they see that each has a special note inside. Itachi opens his meal and reads his note, and immediately puts the note in his pocket with a blush. Sasuke notices this and laughs at his big brother. Sasuke then reads his note, and it follows. Hey, your brother is an outstanding ninja, but he's always watching out for everyone else and never himself, and you know that better than anyone. So, watch his back as he watches yours. As he reads the note, he smiles. He looks at his brother enjoying his meal. Nozumi's note reads as follows. You're going to be an outstanding kunoichi, but don't think that means I'm going to let you surpass me. So you better do your best on this mission. I need to know what my rival is capable of. Nozumi reads the note and gets fired up. She wolfs down her food in an instant and begins to train with her Sharingan. Naruto's note reads as follows. Naruto, even if Itachi didn't view you as his brother, I could never hate you. You're such a kind and goofy, smart kid. The way Itachi loves all four of you, it's the same for me. I view all of you as family, so stop hating yourself. You don't have to shoulder that pain alone. Naruto reads his note and gently waits while he eats his food. And Tazuna is looking at this group, one crying, one staring at his brother, the other one training ferociously, and one blushing while eating his food. I'm drunk as hell, but y'all are some weird ass people. As the two brothers wake up, Itachi places them under a genjutsu that makes them think that they're reporting to their boss, and they spill all of their information. They learn of Gato, Zabuza, and the price on Tazuna's head. He then sends a crow back to the leaf with a note to pick up the criminals and how their mission has changed. But regardless, they will complete it. They continue to move forward, and they find themselves in a thick fog. It's impossible to see your own hand in front of your face. They all activate the dojutsu, expecting Zabuza from what they learned of the two brothers. When they can hear the executioner's blade whizzing through the air, Naruto and Nozumi grab Tazuna and dive down, all avoiding the attack. Zabuza takes his time to view his prey. Itachi Uchiha, son of the wicked eye Fugaku. No wonder the demon brothers haven't returned. Zabuza, knowing his opponent is the renowned Itachi Uchiha, can't afford to play nice. Itachi yells, "Turtle formation!" Team 7 goes back-to-back to protect Tazuna, while Itachi shoots a huge fireball at Zabuza, but he uses a water shockwave jutsu to protect himself. Itachi then throws 5 kunai that Zabuza blocks with his executioner blade, but that was just a diversion. The real attack was Itachi behind Zabuza with a kunai. He then slits his throat remorselessly, but that was just a water clone. The real Zabuza traps Itachi in a water prison, but Itachi then explodes, throwing Zabuza into a tree. It was an explosion clone. While that was happening, Naruto's Fuingan can pick up someone approaching at high speeds. From the east, he can also see a Zabuza water clone approaching from the smoke. He chooses to address the immediate threat. He yells, "Sasuke, a water clone in the north. Nozumi, let's clear this mist." They nod in agreement, not breaking formation. They turn so Sasuke can face the clone. Sasuke does hand signs for the coil of lightning jutsu, discharging electricity from his body in the direction of the water clone, as well as the real Zabuza, just making sure to give a quick shock to aid his brother, watching his back. While Naruto and Nozumi launch a unison, wind-style, callous wind, creating a wind barrier, and huge gusts of wind blowing away the mist, and they can see Itachi with his foot on Zabuza's throat. Naruto comments how awesome Itachi is for being able to fight blind, about to stab Zabuza in the head when his arm is pierced with 3 Senbon needles, halting him. As Haku arrives, trapping Team 7 and Tazuna in the Crystal Ice Mirrors jutsu. Itachi thinks to himself as he pulls the needles from his arm. Damn, he had a partner. Itachi's distracted by his team in trouble and this new challenger. Itachi then focuses on Zabuza. If he doesn't end this quickly, he can't help his family. His Sharingan's eyes are focused on him. Meanwhile, Team 7 is protecting Tazuna from a barrage of Senbon needles from the Anbu. And using the wind-style barrier jutsu and maintaining it, Naruto and Uzumaki are protecting Tazuna, while Sasuke is using his Sharingan to deflect the needles, figure out their approach, and find an opening. He does, trying to melt the ice using fire-style, fire breath jutsu. The ice gives slightly, and Naruto, with his Fuingan, can see that the chakra from Haku's crystal ice mirrors focuses in on that spot to repair that mirror. He then comes up with a plan. He tells Nozumi to help Sasuke. She wonders if he'll be okay by himself. Naruto sprouts his adamantine chakra chains from his back and uses them to spin behind Tazuna, deflecting all the kunais coming his way, while he focuses the wind-style barrier in front of himself. He smiles, saying that he got this. She blushes and then rushes to Sasuke's back. They fight back to back using their Sharingan to protect each other, but only because the Anbu is focusing on Naruto, trying to kill his target without taking their lives. But his attention falters from Sasuke and Nozumi, and they attack a single mirror with the most powerful fire-style jutsu that they know. Fire-style, dragon flame breath, shooting in unison, continuous high-heat stream of fire at that single mirror. It's mostly melted, and at that second, Naruto grabs Tazuna and throws him outside of the Crystal Ice Mirrors jutsu, protecting him, just leaving Team 7 versus the mysterious Anbu and Itachi Uchiha versus Zabuza Momochi, who launches a high-power vortex jutsu. But Itachi does a huge fire-style dragon flame bomb to push it back. Knowing that he can't dodge, since his VIP is right behind him, the two jutsu cancel each other out. Zabuza then launches a water dragon. Itachi smiles, launching the exact same jutsu at Zabuza. As the jutsus cancel each other out, they rush each other in a flurry of taijutsu combinations, matching each other blow for blow. But that was just a ruse to get Zabuza to look Itachi in the eye. Meanwhile, Team 7 is on the back foot against the Anbu, only able to defend against his ever-increasing speeds of his assault. When Naruto is finally outsped without the kinetic advantage of the Sharingan, he's pelted with the Senbon and he's pinned to the ground. As Sasuke and Uzumi are about to shout Naruto's name, he doesn't respond. Momentarily unconscious, the maxed Anbu speaks. Your friend isn't dead, but that can change in an instant, unless you give me the bridge builder. Nozumi is pulling the needles out of Naruto, knowing that he can heal quick, but his breath is shallow. His vital organs barely missed being pierced. Naruto directed the needles away from him, since he couldn't block them all. Sasuke and Nozumi both stand and turn to face the Anbu with eyes full of hatred. They develop their second Tomo. Seeing this, the Anbu continues his assault, gaining speed. But he's being met in kind by the two young ninja, who have two goals in their mind. 1, protect Naruto. 2, take you down. This isn't the Anbu's limit though. He continues to speed up, changing the angles of his attack, attacking from blind spot, grazing their legs, arms, and face. The two are overwhelmed. They can't protect Naruto, who's starting to wake up, and themselves. So Nozumi does something stupid. Something really, really dumb. She can't block all the needles. She decides to jump on top of Naruto's unconscious body, to use her own body as a shield to protect him. And as she braces for the pain, she's shocked to find that there isn't any. Instead, she feels a warm liquid drip down the nape of her neck, where her lavender hair parts, and Sasuke's limp body fall to the ground at her side. She screams out loud. Her scream was loud enough to wake up Naruto and even get Itachi's attention. Naruto and Uzumi are now holding Sasuke as he speaks in a sheepish and shrill voice. Look who's finally awake. Took you long enough, loser. Naruto yells, "Idiot, don't speak! Save your energy! We'll get you out of here!" Sasuke coughs up blood as the light in his eyes begins to fade. Nozumi panics, her Sharingan deactivates. She starts to cry as Sasuke smiles. "Don't cry yet, tomboy. You gotta get out of here." She yells at him, "Didn't you hear Naruto? Save your energy, dumbass!" Sasuke shakes his head. "Naruto, Nozumi, you are my family. Protect each other. Complete the mission and watch out for Itachi. I know he seems all cool, but he's goofy and forgetful, and he always breaks his promises. But I want it to be just like..." He stops moving and breathing. Nozumi screams his name, and Itachi leaves Zabuza, who's stuck in a genjutsu, rushing towards the crystal ice mirrors. And Naruto can't hear her cry anymore. Naruto can't hear anything. All he can hear is his heart beating in his ears and a loud ringing sound. As he lets out a scream and looks towards Haku, with tears in his eyes, Haku speaks. "I warned you. If you don't give me the bridge builder, you will all die here." Naruto falls to all fours as he yells, "Shut up!" Haku throws more Senbon at them, but Naruto roars, knocking them all away. Nozumi stares dumbfounded. Wait, is this really Naruto? She doesn't need her Sharingan to see the blood-red chakra swirling around him. As it forms a tail, Naruto roars again. "That was my brother!" He rushes at speeds Haku can't react to. He crushes the mirror that Haku's in and catches himself, but Naruto's assault does not end. It's only just begun. Naruto grabs the boy's shirt, begins to pummel him, blood splattering his fists onto the ground. As he strikes him, Naruto says that this isn't me. The ringing in his ear grows louder. He hits him again, and he says that this isn't me, stop. He hits him again and again and again, screaming at himself to stop, but he can't. He has too much anger, too much rage. He knows this isn't him, but he can't stop. He's about to hit the boy again. But that's when he hears a voice that stops the ringing in his ears, screaming at him, "Naruto, please stop. You've won. Stop." Nozumi walks over to Naruto, holds his wrist down at his side and helps him off of what's left of Haku. As the mirrors shatter, they turn around to see Itachi gently holding Sasuke's head, weeping. He cannot hear Sasuke's heartbeat. Naruto looks at Nozumi, makes a fist, and punches himself in the cheek. Hits himself again and again and again till the fangs disappear from his face and his frayed whiskers begin to calm down. He looks Nozumi in the face with a red cheek and blood dripping from his mouth, saying, "Thank you." He's calm now. He activates his Flamingon just to make sure that he's calm. And as he does, he can see that Sasuke still has chakra. He rushes over, not saying a word. He drops down to his knees and places one hand on Sasuke's heart and yells, "Uzumaki clan, secret technique, Yakushi channel." Nozumi's eyes open up as she says that's Karin's mom's technique. And as she says this, chakra seals begin to read on the ground and up Naruto's arm. As they read healing and life, but this isn't a healing jutsu, it's a sealing jutsu that opens a temporary connection between the caster and the target, allowing one to steal or give chakra. Naruto just gave Sasuke a lot of chakra to prolong his life, and Itachi hugs his little brother and all three of his students. They're family. But not to let this touching moment grow too long, a mist forms around the three. Itachi is out of compassion for his enemy. He almost lost his little brother, his sister, and Naruto. He wasn't there to help them, but now he is. A new fire fills his eyes. He turns at Naruto and tells him, "Where is he?" And Naruto, with his Flamingon, says he's 15 feet behind Tazuna, approaching fast. And at that moment, Zabuza is emulated with black flames. The mist clears, and the team look at their teacher and their brother, who has a pattern in his eyes and tears of blood running down his cheek. And Sasuke wakes up, wiping the blood from his brother's face. Says, "Aren't you supposed to be cool? The hell are you crying for?" After they rest for a moment, they bury Zabuza and what's left of Haku's body from Naruto's assault, and Itachi begins to pray for them. Nozumi asks why. These people attacked them. Why are we giving them a rest? Itachi then pats her head and smiles. "It's something Shisui taught me. Though they may have been our enemies, they were fellow ninja who have been through their own hardships and struggles. Though their paths forced us to cross blades, we should hold no grudges and respect them for giving their all. After all, holding grudges holds back peace." They all smile as they pray alongside their big brother. They continue to walk, heading towards Tazuna's village. As they reach his cottage to rest, Naruto can't. Sometime around midnight, he's pissed at himself, so he goes outside and begins to punch a tree. He punches that tree until his own knuckles bleed. Nozumi followed him though. She holds back his hands, yelling at him to stop and what's gotten into him. And for the first time in a while, Naruto lets down his walls and breaks down crying as he looks at her and yells, "That power, it wasn't mine, it was the demons." Nozumi holds his hands, saying that because of that power, we survived, Naruto. He pulls away from her, and he looks her in the eyes, trying to stay calm, his Flamingon flickering on and off. "You don't understand. I lost control. The monster that killed my mother and so many of our villagers took control of me." She pulls him into a hug. "Like we all said before, you're not the fox. You're Naruto Namikaze, son of the fourth. You're the guy I look up to." Naruto begins to hug her back, crying on her shoulder. "I'll never let that power take control of me again. I never want to feel that rage again." And in the tree above them, Sasuke jumps down, still in his bandages. He looks at them and punches Naruto in the cheek. "Are you done feeling sorry for yourself?" Naruto yells at Sasuke, "What was that for?" Sasuke just holds his fist in the air, his Sharingan active. That fight helped me realize something. We're weak. We've been overconfident in our abilities since we graduated. We need to get stronger. So, we're gonna start training harder than ever before. Itachi, who was hiding behind them, smiles as he walks back to the cottage and starts thinking of training regimens for all of them. Itachi does have the chakra natures of fire, wind, and water. So he begins to think of specific techniques for each of them to learn that will strengthen their resolve. And he's come up with the perfect plan. Every morning before they train Tazuna, he teaches them an A-rank jutsu that will help protect themselves and each other. He teaches Naruto the water-style water dragon jutsu. He teaches Nozumi and Sasuke the fire-style great dragon flame jutsu, as well as implanting the Amaterasu in each of their eyes, so in case they're ever in a life-threatening situation where they're going to be placed in a genjutsu, they can protect themselves. And they do this every morning before they go to protect Tazuna as he builds the bridge. The bridge is completed after a long and treacherous journey, and all the jutsus are learned. And the bridge is still named the Great Naruto Bridge because he came up with a plan to save his life and get him outside of the Crystal Ice Mirrors, as well as protecting him the longest inside of that jutsu. And as they walk back, Naruto finds that he has more anxiety. He's scared of himself. There's no way he can discern himself from the fox anymore. He has to ask his dad, or Shinjiro, or anyone, what he can do. There's no way he can let this fox take control of his body. No way he can let the killer of his mother win. So he stills himself while laughing and smiling back with his family. He holds this in and tells no one what he's thinking. And I think that's where we're going to end the chapter here for now. And that was What If the Uzumaki Clan Survives, Chapter 3, The Bloody Mist. And I gotta say one thing. These chapters are getting a lot more fun to read. I don't know what it is. I think my writing's improved. So I know that this is working for me. I know that this is getting crazy good. Like, I really like doing this stuff. The Uzumaki Clan Survived is probably my strongest story I've written, and I really like doing this one. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you did, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. I'm curious. What things would you change? Which things would you add? And if you have ideas, I don't care if you use these characters. Like, I don't care if you use the characters or the scenarios. Just change it up a bit. I'm really, really curious to see what all you guys have ideas to. And if you make videos, link them in the channel. Not link them in the channel. Link them in the vid down below. I'll watch them. Don't worry, I will support you. If it's not under the Onokage channel, it'll be under my King Code channel, my music channel. Because I'm usually watching YouTube on that channel anyway. So just know if you get some love from either King Code or Onokage, I just want to support anything that y'all guys are going through and what y'all doing. So, first things first, I do want to say, holy shit, thank you all. You gave me over 1,000 subscribers for this crazy dumb what if shit I'm doing. So, seriously, thank you guys. Y'all have made doing this fun, engaging, and you give me a reason to get up in the morning aside from work. I'm also trying to improve my life. So this will be a thing starting not 3 months from today, but 3 months from the 18th. Mark me on that. 3 months from the 18th, you should get a video on the 20th to the 25th. Mark those days. I am doing this. I am not procrastinating no more. I am not stalling anymore. I am on my shit now. And I swear to God, if I don't put it up, y'all are allowed to go on any social media I own. I will allow anything. And y'all can call me the worst names. I need this motivation. I need you all. If I don't have a video up from 3 months from the 18th, let me pull the calendar up real quick and tell you what exact days that if I don't have this video up, that you are allowed to do this thing. So it will be from March 20th to 25th. If you do not get a weird video that you haven't seen before, talking about my depression, my personal struggles, You are allowed to go on any social media, call me a bitch, an asshole, a piece of shit, just so I have the exact motivation I need to do this stuff. I want all the meanest insults you know. Call me a Naruto, call me worthless, call me all that shit. If I don't have this video up on the 20th through the 25th, simply because this video means a lot to me, and I think that it's going to inspire some people out there. And I really, really want this up. It's a video that's going to be about fixing my life in 90 days. And I really want to help people with this video, and I want to help myself. Like, now I want to say most of all, but I just really need that aspect of it. Because I know if I get this video out there, it's going to help somebody. Because it helped me. I really, really need the motivation. I need y'all to call me out in this shit. If this video isn't up there, call me out. Put me on blast. No cap. I need you to. I need you to. Please. Put me on blast. For real. So, with that being said, let's get into my favorite part of the day. The commenter call out. Lego. And the first comment calls from one of my first subscribers, Kamado Ray. He asked, do you remember me? I was your 23rd subscriber. And to you, I say, yes. Yes, I do. I remember you commented on the first 3 videos, just saying how much you loved them in the series, and also you gave me a few suggestions, and I took those to heart. And I hope you remember that I did add some of those in there. So yes, I do remember you, Kamado. Don't think that you've been forgotten. I remember the first 100 subscribers by heart. I know, because all of y'all mean something to me, like Reaper, Deku. Well, he changed his name now. My little brother was one of my first few subscribers. It was awesome. I really do appreciate all of you. So no, I have not forgotten any of you. Next comment comes from Deku, who says, oh my, because he just saw the last video for What If Goku and Vegeta joined Naruto Sasuke, who just asked for the next part. So I say, it's coming. And next comment comes from Lucas Millen, who from the first video from What If Naruto and Goku trained Sasuke and Vegeta. Oh shit, I messed that up. But you know what I meant. It says, at 501, a huge source of power coming from Naruto. And what that was a reference to was Naruto in the Leaf Village probably has the most amount of chakra compared to everybody else. From him being an Uzumaki and having the 9 tails inside of him. So really, when he said from Naruto, he meant from the fox. Because it's not just Naruto's power, it's the fox's power. And since Goku can sense energy, I'm positive he would know that. So, next comment. And this comes from I Stole Goku's Shirt. And it's again from the first video to What If Goku and Vegeta train Naruto and Sasuke. And it states, we basically called out the weakest universe. No diss, just everyone in the Tournament of Power is at least large solar system level. And from what I can, not from what I can understand, what I was intending when I said a strong universe with different powers is the Naruto universe does have some very strong fighters in it. At this time and age, not really. However, Whis can also see potential. And I'm positive Whis had eyes where when he saw the Naruto universe and how their powers work and how it was different from Ki and not the exact same application, if these fighters were taught Ki and energy based in the Dragon Ball universe, their techniques would be so varied and different that they would have the potential to give Goku and Vegeta a really, really good fight. I mean, look at Sakura in that What If. She has the power to go through any defense. And she learned that just because she knows Ki and applying it to the acid technique, to acid release. Naruto is a fighter comparable to Goku at the start of, not the start, probably at the end of the Cell Saga now. Which, I mean, isn't much to Goku, but Naruto is insanely strong just by knowing Ki. And he's only been training for 4 to 3 years with Goku. So give him more time to train on his own or with Goku further. He will be able to give Goku a good fight. Same thing with Sasuke and Vegeta. With Vegeta, why? Jesus Christ, why'd I say Vegeta's name? That doesn't make sense. All right, Moving on. Next comment. Boop. So the next comment comes from the What If Frieza Turned Good, and it is from Kartik Sharma, who says, if Frieza turned good in the original anime, then I would reveal my face. And to that, I gotta say, yes. Frieza it's impossible for him to be good. That's why this scenario is so weird for me. And that's what was hard to find a good turning point for his character. Like, what would make him change? And the only thing that I could think that would make him change is if he was beaten so badly by Goku that he would find it inevitable or impossible to win in a fair fight. He would learn that cheap tricks could do nothing, so he was just hopeless. That's why I had that one scene where he punched Goku and his hand broke. Frieza's hand broke on Goku's washboard abs that I want one day. I want abs like that. So, that's why I think Frieza has the potential to turn good. He's not going to be a goody-goody two-shoes, another Goku or a Vegeta. He's still going to be ruthless. He's still going to be himself. He's still Frieza, you know? He's just not as much of a dickhead, I guess you could say. So, with that going on, let's get to that next comment, final comment. And this one comes from Jacob Victor, which, can't front, thought was real funny because I just did the same thing because I thought of the idea of What If Frieza Turned Good for a while, you know? So I went online to look up, has anyone else done it? And I found out that yes, a few people have done it, and they've done it in very different ways from what I have, which makes me happy. But there's one that I really liked, I'm positive everyone already knows, from Masako X, What If Frieza Turned Good. And trust me, it's really, really good. You should go watch it. I fully support that. Go watch that shit. And he says, Onokage, what if Frieza turned good? Me, after watching What If Frieza Turned Good on Masako X's channel. Ah, shit. Here we go again. And that made me laugh. I was happy to see that. So I'm happy that people are liking the What If Frieza Turned Good. It doesn't have as many views as the other ones yet, but you know that's never deterred me before. I liked writing for it. I'm going to continue to write for it. If people want to see more, which I've already had people asking for more, it's going to keep coming. That's pretty much it. So the What If Frieza Turned Good is going to keep coming. Also, still going to do manga reviews. Just got to figure out the right setup for it because I don't have a good lighting in here. Other than that, let me stop being. Let's get on to the closing comments. Closing comment 1 is I love you guys. Seriously. Y'all helped this channel grow to something that I never thought it could be. So I respect you all. I love you all. And I want you to know that I do appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the support. If you want to know more about me, I'm trying to get back into my painting. I'm trying to get back into music. Like actually playing my guitar and bass and stuff like that. I want to get back into doing that stuff. So if you want to see that, see me improving and see me going back to it, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and SoundCloud, I guess. With that, I do want to say, love y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Watch the King. Onokage. Out.
Nobody speak, nobody get choked. If you run the home, it gonna get smoked. No time for the lame ass jokes. I'm the GOAT. You a gringo when that story's been told. I make money moves, controlling every view. Oh no, you got hella proof, but no one's helping you. What's wrong? Now you on your own, you really want to smoke? Oh no, Chico really done did wrong. What's wrong? The hollow meta in the sky list, bro. Keep talking crazy, I may go post though. Always trouble when they go too far. Nobody messing me familiar. Father.